A man's face pushed through the wall of the yurt. I stood and watched him in shock as I tried to close the zipper. It wouldn't close. I yanked it up fast, misaligned, forcing the teeth together. It split open again immediately, like pressure was pushing from the other side, and the man's cheek pressed further through the canvas, stretching it around his eye. My daughter stepped back. "Mom, why is there a man in the wall?" "I've got it," I said. I didn't. I dragged the zipper down and tried again, slower and tighter. It caught halfway. His face shifted, flattening harder against the fabric as if he was leaning into it. "You're pulling it wrong," he said, his voice clear through the material. "That's why it won't seal." I let go. The zipper slipped down on its own. My daughter grabbed my arm. "Mom, he's coming through." "Go wake your dad," I said. "He's sleeping. Go." She didn't move. The man's face slid sideways along the wall without coming out, the canvas bulging with him like he was inside of it, not outside. "I can fix this," he said, "but it's going to scare her if I step in." I could make out his shape in the double canvas wall of the yurt. He moved quickly and then disappeared. "You came in late," he said, from the left. "You parked crooked." My throat tightened. "Where are you? What are you doing?" A quiet laugh. "You should have checked under the floorboards," he said. "That's where I stay when they rent it." The bulge dropped lower and then flattened. A hand pressed outward near the base of the wall. My daughter started crying. "I was here first," he said. "Get behind me," I told my daughter, pulling her back. The floor near the edge shifted lightly. The canvas floor pressed up along a board under it. The seam I hadn't noticed opened just enough to show black underneath. "I don't break in," he said. "I wait." A pale hand slid up through the gap, slow and careful. I grabbed the lantern and slammed it down next to the hand. He pulled his hand back and the seam snapped shut. Silence and complete darkness. Then breathing. Under us. "You're not supposed to hit," he said. "It makes it messy." I dragged my daughter toward the door as I fiddled with my headlamp. "We're leaving," I said. "Get Dad." "You can't leave," he said. I yanked the zipper again and it jammed worse. "You can't leave because you've brought too much," he said. "What?" "I only take things," he said. "Small things. Wallet, phone, keys. But you brought a lot." I turned. One of the bags, one of ours, was open now, clothes pulled halfway out. We hadn't touched it. "I sort while you sleep," he said. "You didn't notice?" Behind me, my husband stirred. "What's going on?" "Get up," I said, "now." He sat up, confused. "Why is the door open?" "There's someone..." Just then, the floor split open wider, and a head pushed up through it. It was the man. Flat, messy hair, pale skin, eyes wide but steady. He looked straight at my daughter. "Hi," he said. My husband lunged and kicked. "What the hell?" The man dropped instantly, and the floor sealed again under the yurt. "What was that?" my husband said. "We're leaving, right now. There's someone under the yurt and inside the walls." We rushed the door. He pushed the flap. It stretched, but it didn't open. "It's tied," he said. "Something's holding it." "Inside," the voice said, and we looked up. A thin cord ran from the door flap to the center pull, pulled tight. My husband grabbed at it and yanked, but it didn't move. He grabbed another lantern, which illuminated the yurt in weak light. "It loops underneath," the man said. "You'd have to come down here." "No," I said. My daughter's crying sharpened, louder and panicked. "Are we stuck?" "No, sweetheart." The floor shifted again, a wider section lifting. "I don't usually talk," he said, "but she's a good listener." His head came up again, shoulders now, smiling. "People forget things," he said to her. "They leave. They always leave." My husband grabbed the cooler and threw it, and it hit him. He dropped, and the floor sealed again. The lantern flickered and went out. Darkness. "Turn it back on," I said. "It's dead," he said. "It was full." "It isn't now," the voice said. Something brushed my ankle. I jerked back. "He moves faster in the dark," the man said. My husband pulled out his phone. A thin, weak beam of light cut across the floor. No seams, nothing. "He closes it up when he's awake," the voice said. "Where are you?" my husband said. "I'm closer." My daughter made a choking sound. The light swung. He was behind her. halfway out of the floor now, arms locked around her waist. "Don't pull," he said. "You'll hurt her." I lunged, and he dropped back into the floor with my daughter. She went with him before her ribs stopped her at the baseboard. Her hand slammed against the wood, and she clawed. "Mom!" My husband grabbed her wrists. I grabbed her legs the best I could. We pulled. The floor flexed around her like it wasn't solid. He held her from below the yurt. I said, "Don't," he said. "Let her go," I said. "Then stop." We slowly eased off, and she hung there, shaking, trapped. "Good," he said. "This works." My arms were shaking. "What do you want?" my husband said. "I take things," the man said. "Well, take it," I said. "Everything. Just let her go." "I already sorted yours," the man said. "Well, then what?" said my husband. There was a pause. "I need someone to know where it all is." He stepped to the side so we could see into the space beyond the baseboard, under the yurt. Next to him, under the yurt, we saw bags, phones, garments of clothing, keys, wallets, shoes. Too many. "They don't come back," he said. "They think they lost it somewhere else." He tightened his grip, and my daughter gasped. "I keep it organized," he said. "But if something happens to me..." "Stop," I said. "I need someone to remember," he continued. "I don't care," I said. "Let her go." "You will," he said. "Because if you leave without understanding..." He pulled her down just an inch, and she screamed once. "You'll think you lost her somewhere else, too." "No signal," he said. "No witnesses. Just a broken zipper and a missing girl." "Please," I said. "I don't take kids," he said quickly. "It complicates things. But I can make it look like I did." Everything went quiet. Then the pressure stopped. Not loosened, just gone. He let go of her. She dropped forward, and we pulled her up. She came free too easily, like nothing had been holding her at all. He dropped below the floor, and it sealed, flat and perfectly. My husband cut the cord without a word. The door dropped. The zipper slid open on its own, and we ran. The cold air hit us hard. Trees, silence. No other campers, no lights, nothing. We didn't stop until the yurt was gone behind us. My daughter stayed pressed against me the entire time. Too tight. She wasn't crying, she's just holding on. "It's okay," I said. "You're okay." She nodded, but didn't speak. For a while, it felt like we got out. We got home. We reported it. She went back to school. She ate. She slept. But she stopped asking for things. Stopped arguing. Stopped choosing. At first, it felt easier, quieter. And then I noticed the drawings. They started showing up in her room. Not on the paper we gave her, but on the backs of things. Receipts, homework, the inside of a cereal box. It was always the same thing. A circle, a line down the middle, and something underneath it. At first I thought it was a stick figure, and then I realized it wasn't standing. It was halfway through the floor, like it was coming up or going down. I asked her about it. "What is this?" I said. She looked at it for a long time. Then she said, "That's where he is." My stomach dropped. "Where?" She pointed, not at the drawing, but at the floor, right between us. "He stays there," she said, calm and certain, like it was obvious. I told my husband. We didn't talk about it long. We just watched and waited for it to stop. But it didn't. A week later, I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know why. There was no sound at first. Just that feeling that something wasn't right. Then I heard her. Soft, talking. Not scared, not upset, just talking. I got out of bed and moved down the hall. Her door was almost closed. Just enough space to see inside. She was sitting on the floor, facing the corner, her back to the bed. Head tilted slightly, like she was listening. And then she spoke. "No," she said quietly. "That's not where it opens." A pause, like she was hearing something. And then, "I know," she said. "I didn't see it before either." My chest tightened, and I pushed the door open. She turned immediately, too fast, like she already knew I was there. "What are you doing?" I said. She looked at me, and then down at the floor beside her, then back at me. "Nothing," she said. I I stepped into the room. There was nothing there, just carpet, flat and clean. I put her back in bed. She didn't argue, didn't ask anything, just laid down, watching me the whole time. In the morning, I went back into her room. The corner where she'd been sitting, there was a new drawing, not on paper, but on the floor, faintly like it had been pressed in with marker. It was a circle, a line, and beneath it, something lighter this time, more shape to it, like shoulders and a head, closer to the surface. I scrubbed at it, but it didn't come off. Not fully, just faded, like it sank deeper instead. That night I didn't sleep. I waited, and around 2 a.m. I heard her again. Same voice, same calm tone. I didn't go to the door this time. I just stood in the hallway and listened. A pause, and then she said, "You can't come up yet." Another pause, longer. "I know, but you will." Silence, and then softer. "I'll show you where."